Hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Non-Road User, the person that the Labour Party don't seem to like at the moment. What I'm going to do on this video is I have received a number of tweets, and I've had various people from the Labour Party following me and then unfollowing me, and as you're probably aware if you've seen other videos of mine, Tom Blenkinsop blocking me on Twitter. Look, my perspective on this is, I said in one of my, can't remember which one it was, one of my videos where I get all political, general election 2015 episode number whatever, I can't remember. You know, my interest in this sort of stuff is kind of a little bit passive, I guess. At the time, going back a couple of months, I was quite open to everyone and anyone who was willing to come along and say, you know, Mr. Non-Road User, this is what we propose, and it kind of aligns with my perspective on politics, but so far that doesn't seem to be happening. So I've kind of gone from being very open to the Labour Party, the Conservative Party, the Liberal Democrat Party, UKIP, blah de blah. At the moment I'm erring towards the opinion that the Labour Party have kind of shot their goose as far as I'm concerned. I'll tell you the reasons why I've formulated that opinion, and I'm currently looking at screen grabs off Twitter of mine, which I'm going to superimpose onto this video over my ugly face. Okay, so I'll spare you from looking at me for a little bit. But the first one I'm looking at is, first of all, bit of background. My MP, of which obviously I'm his constituent, blocked me on Twitter back in the day, right? And that's Mr. Tom Blenkinsop, without coming to me first and saying, look, Mr. Non-Road User, I intend to block you on Twitter, this is the reason why, and then doing it, right? That I would have felt was, or would be, a professional way of approaching the situation. But no, it was just blocked, gone, ta-da, don't care, right? And this is the underlying perspective of where I'm going in this video, that certain people within the Labour Party are so arrogant, and this perception of I don't care seems to come across to me quite strongly, right? But I would imagine coming up, you know, early next year, quite prior to the general election, that certain people within the Labour Party will probably be all over me like a rash, wanting my vote. Well, I'm sorry, people from the Labour Party, forget it. I've made my mind up. As far as I'm concerned, you guys are out of the equation. Non-Road User. You've shot your bolt, or whatever the terminology is, right? Forget it. Now then, excuse me. let's go on to this tweet from Anna Turley, who is the, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe she is the MP for Redcar, right? So she is not my MP, okay? She followed me on Twitter for about 30 seconds, right? Now, that is a gross exaggeration of the point I'm trying to make, right? She followed me for maybe about a day or 2 days max, right? But what I mean by 30 seconds is a very short period of time, okay? Why she chose to follow me on Twitter, I don't know. You'll have to ask her. Why she chose then to unfollow me after this short period of time, again, you'll have to ask her. Maybe she'd been in communication with Mr. Tom Blenkinsop, and there was possibly some sort of conversation had gone on, saying, oh, this non-road user, you know, he's a bit of a crank, Anna, you don't want to follow this guy, right, whatever, I don't know, that's all speculation, right? But the tweet that I'm going to mention now is my tweet to Anna Turley, okay? And it says, thanks for following me, Anna, because I'm very respectful and polite, okay? Do you know if the @Labour Doorstep Twitter account is a genuine Labour one, or is it spoof? Question mark. Anna Turley then replies to me and @Labour Doorstep, because they were included in this conversation, and Anna Turley says, I've no idea, right? Now, okay, I'll accept that, but I would have thought that a Labour MP would have had some idea, but, you know, I know nothing about politics, so, you know, what do I know? My response to that was, thank you, Anna. How would you recommend I go about finding out? Question mark. I tweeted Mr. Miliband last week, but no reply. Anna Turley replies, and again, @Labour Doorstep are included in this conversation, I don't think it's an issue for him. If the account itself does not reply, you can write to the party formally. And I responded to Anna Turley and Labour Doorstep, thank you, Anna, I will do that. Now, this is where I've got to sort of kind of take stock, right? Excuse me. If Anna Turley, who is the Labour MP for Redcar, genuinely doesn't know if this account is fake or genuine, I mean @Labour Doorstep now, right? And she's telling me that she doesn't think it's an issue for him, meaning Ed Miliband, right? Look, guys, Ed Miliband, sorry, I said guys, I really must get out of this habit. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Ed Miliband is the current leader of the Labour Party, right? In other words, as far as I'm concerned, the buck stops with him. If he doesn't know, who does? Fair question, is it not? Right? And all I seem to get hit with this question that I really want an answer to is a brick wall, and I'm wondering why, right? Because, you know, you could say, well, look, non-road user, you're a bit of a conspiracy theorist, and you know, what does it matter? Well, I'm sorry, but it does matter, because a political party, doesn't matter whether it's Labour, Conservatives, UKIP, Lib Dems, doesn't matter, right? It's all about transparency. That is the issue, okay? And thus far, I'm seeing very little transparency from the Labour Party. Now, in politics, in terms of, you know, they're the politicians, we are the electorate, we want to know what is going on, right? This Labour Doorstep Twitter account that I keep banging on about at the moment, right? The last time I looked, it had 153 followers. For all intents and purposes, a dead Twitter account. There's no tweets there, there's nothing. It's a black hole. I've mentioned this on another video, right? I do not believe that a large proportion, as they are, of the 153 followers of people connected to the Labour Party are following a Twitter account which is a black hole. No tweets, right? In my opinion, again, I come back to, you know, call me a conspiracy theorist, call me what you want, I really don't care, right? I do not believe that 153 people following this at Labour Doorstep Twitter account, the majority of which are connected to the Labour Party in some way, are following a dead account. Okay? I just do not accept that at all. Right? Now then, that's that one over with. I will now move on to another gentleman more locally to me called Ian Blades. Okay? And I'm going to post this tweet up on this video as well. I'm just looking at it now on my computer screen, and it says, this is a tweet from Ian Blades. I'm still following him, by the way. He's chosen to unfollow me, which I'll come on to in a moment, but I'm still following him, right? As of this time, right? But when we were like all chummy and he was following me, right? He sent a tweet and it said, when we have 2 Labour MPs, a Labour Mayor and a Labour Council, which we never have had, we can do Labour stuff. I replied to Mr. Blades and other people included in that conversational tweet, and I said, credit to Mr. Blades for pointing out the obvious, though I think the electorate could have worked it out. Well, obviously, you know, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to insult your intelligence, but really, you know, a guy purporting to be from the Labour Party, apparently he wants to stand as a Labour candidate in one of our local area wards, so I've found out. When he tweets out, when we have 2 Labour MPs, a Labour Mayor and a Labour Council, which we have never had, we can do Labour stuff. Well, I'm sorry, but, you know, anybody reading that, it's patently obvious that, well, obviously you can do Labour stuff if you've got 2 Labour MPs, a Labour Mayor and a Labour Council, right? That's patently obvious, you know. I just do not understand the point of that. Anyway, so moving on, right? All of a sudden, still Mr. Blades, right? Whoever this guy is, you know, sent a tweet probably generally, but as I follow him, obviously, you know, this came into my Twitter page, right? And it says, doing a Twitter sweep. Is that yeah, comma. Sorry, I thought it was a full stop. It's a comma. Doing a Twitter sweep, comma. If I don't like you, comma, I stopped following you. Full stop. My response to that was, as Mr. Blades at the time was following me on Twitter, my response to that was, oh look, full stop. Mr. Blades has stopped following me, full stop. Typical lab party attitude, full stop. Toys thrown out of pram, question mark. Okay. Now, what is the matter with, you see, I do not understand these, you know, you've got Labour people, right? You've got Tom Blenkinsop, you've got what's her name? Can't remember. Oh, I've bloody forgotten now. Sorry. Anna Turley. That's it. Anna Turley, right? Labour MP, Redcar, right? So far we've got Blenkinsop, Anna Turley, Ian Blades, and no doubt in the future we'll have, you know, maybe many more, who knows, right? I come back to what I was saying at the start of this video, right? I do not understand these people, right? Just do not understand. Coming up to an election, and they just seem to be going out of the way to irritate certain members of the electorate, and I just do not understand why. I mean, I got a tweet from Ian Blades ages ago, and it said something about being aggressive on Twitter. You know, saying to me directly, kind of alluding to that I was aggressive on Twitter. Okay. Maybe this guy, Ian Blades, is what people would call a WUM, W-U-M, wind-up merchant, right? Maybe that's his game, that he tries to go out of his way to try and antagonise people into sending tweets that they would not normally send, if you see what I mean. I really don't understand this person. He, well, not just him, just, you know, I'm not just going to focus on him. Let's just focus on the whole Labour Party, because, you know, Ed Miliband, no reply. Tom Blenkinsop, weird dude him, for me. Nothing like his predecessor, Ashok Kumar, who I had many conversations with. Didn't always see eye to eye, but we always had a healthy discussion, and there was no animosity or hatred, or, you know, it was very civil, you know. I respect your opinion, Ashok. He respected mine. We'll agree to differ, fine, right? just seems to me that well, certainly my opinion of Tom Blenkinsop is that he is a what I would call a career politician, in that he doesn't really want to engage with his constituents. He's probably much more interested in what he can achieve within the Westminster bubble. That is my perception of Tom Blenkinsop. Okay? My perception, you will not change my perception. That is it. It's set in stone now, and that is why the Labour Party, ladies and gentlemen, not specifically related to what I've just said about Tom Blenkinsop, but what I've said throughout this video, is why the Labour Party have just lost my vote in the forthcoming election, be it nationally or locally. Sorry guys, you've blown it. I'm an on-road user. I've rabbited on for quite a while. I appreciate if you've got to this stage. Thank you for watching. Catch you all later. Goodbye.